Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of the Morning Market Review. I hope we all slept well. Yesterday was a very volatile day, especially towards the end. From the US session, we had some very interesting move, especially on US 100 and other US indices. And it seems like the excitement, or it seems like the activity is not done yet, because if you look at, as we will see in a very short while, we'll notice that there is still we have a couple of high impact news today that we expect to actually move the market. So this will form the basis of what we'll be talking on. And this is what will help us determine what we should be looking at or looking out for in the market today. So let us start with Forex Factory. Let me share my screen with us so that we can look at the fundamentals that we have for today. Today would belong to the currency traders, Okay, so we have Forex Factory here. This is 26th of October, Thursday. Like I said, it's going to be very interesting day in the market, especially the Eurozone. So we start with 1:15 p.m. where we have the high impact data. 1:15 p.m. On the Euro, we'll be having their monetary policy statement. and their main refinancing rate. Okay, I think CAD released theirs yesterday, and today the Euro will be releasing theirs by 1:15 p.m. So we expect the rates to be unchanged, and that means that if the rate comes out that it is higher than this 4.50 around 1:15, there's a very high chance that the market will push up. Okay, there's a very high chance that the Euro is going to move trade bullish. Okay, but if it comes out exactly the same, we may not see a lot of strength in the Euro, considering the fact that people are really expecting for them to increase the rate. That's what investors are expecting, but that's it. That's by 1:15 p.m. They will be doing they'll be dropping the main refinancing rate, and then they will be dropping the monetary policy statement. They'll be making a statement. That's why if you notice here, you find out that around here you don't have any data here, because it's not a quantitative data. It's not a data that will be measured with numbers. It's a statement. And so that means that around that 1:15, there's going to be volatility in the market. That's number one. Then 15 minutes later, by 1:30, there's also going to be volatility because we have a very important data that will coming out on the US zone. Very important data. That's advanced GDP as well as unemployment claims. We explained a bit yesterday in the afternoon session. We explained why GDP, or the advanced GDP, is very important, and why we expect that this will likely tell us what we expect of the dollar for the remainder of this month. Okay, today is 26. So depending on how advanced GDP comes out today, that will likely tell us what the dollar will do for the remainder of this month. Now, GDP stands for gross domestic product, and GDP is one of the leading indicators of economic health. It's one of the leading indicators of economic health. If the GDP is high, if there's an increase in GDP, it means there's an increase in production. And if there is an increase in production, it means that the economy is growing. So it would be really lovely, or it would be really nice for the US if advanced GDP comes out and it is higher than 4.5. Okay. Last time it came out at 2.1%. Okay, as you can see, previous here is 2.1%. So we expect that there's a level of growth on the US scene, the US economy, because what we're expecting is over times 2. We're expecting about 4.5%, which is double what we had last time. So if this data comes out as 4.5% or comes out higher than 4.5%, it should likely give tell us what we expect for the dollar. So if that data comes out 4.5% or higher than 4.5%, there's a high chance that it will give the dollar strength. In fact, I feel that advanced GDP will likely give dollar strength. Of course, we have to wait till that time to confirm it. But yeah, by 1:30 p.m., we are having advanced GDP. We are also having unemployment claims. We're having unemployment claims, which is a weekly data that comes out, a weekly data, and you see what comes out as. Unemployment claim is used to calculate the level of unemployment, obviously. So the idea is every week the government of the United States tries to give out support to people who are ready to work, people who are able to work but don't have a job. Okay, and that's what we refer to as unemployment claim. So they pull the number of people who apply for these unemployment benefits, and with that they can be able to ascertain how many persons or what the unemployment rate is, or something like that. So it will be also good for the dollar if around the same time, because two of these data are coming out around the same time. That's 1:30 p.m. coming out at the same time. So it will be very good if unemployment claims also comes out higher than that's lower than expected. If unemployment claim comes out lower than 208,000, that's good. That means that unemployment has dropped. Do you understand? Hey, normally when it comes to Forex Factory, when they compare previous and expected, Okay, when you compare expected and actual, you're normally told that if the actual is higher than the expected, it's good for the currency. That's true. But that's what that also means, that for something like unemployment, okay, to be better if the actual comes out less, which means that the actual is better than the forecast. So the word is not just higher, it's better. You understand? So if the actual data comes out and it is better than the expected, if the data that comes out here by 130, when it comes out and it is lower than 208,000, that means unemployment has dropped. You understand? So that's the idea, because unemployment claims should reflect GDP. It should reflect GDP. If there's an increase in production, it should mean that more persons have actually been employed. You understand? So if GDP comes out higher, if we're expecting GDP to be higher, then we should expect unemployment to have dropped. Okay, but I think the major thing for today on the US zone is the advanced GDP. Not only that, I tell you why today is very interesting. I hope that as much as you can make profit for today, because there's going to be a very good opportunity to make money in the market from 115 today. Okay, now by 145 also, after the euro have released their data by 115, by 145, 30 minutes later, they'll be having a press conference. Okay, so we'll call it ECB press conference, European Central Bank press conference. You know, that's where Christine Lagarde is likely going to be speaking. And what you can see, that this press conference, you do not have any, in front of this press conference here, you do not have any actual, you don't have any forecast, you don't have any preview or something like that, because it is a press conference. It's not a quantitative data. So we'll not likely be able to compare actual and forecast. So for data that you can compare, now this is how you trade fundamentals. Two things. Now, for data that you can compare actual and forecast together, okay, you can wait for the data to come out, right? Immediately data comes out, the data is coming out by 1 o'clock, you are there by 1 o'clock to see that the data is out, compare the actual and forecast and place your trade. But for data that do not carry actual and forecast, like press conference, like statements, like testimony, you said Jerome Powell would testify before the Fed, you know, something like that. All those are qualitative, so they are not quantitative. You cannot compare actual and forecast and all that. So for data like that, it's either you're following the news, you're following the live broadcast of the press conference, or one of the smartest way you can go about it is the use of pending orders. Okay, so during the course of this press conference and the monetary policy statement and all that, we'll likely want to use pending orders. Okay, for US data, for instance, now that is coming out by 130. This US data that's coming out by 130, you can wait. Once it's 130, you can check Forex Factory and see what the data is, you know, and then trade in line with that. But for monetary policy statement by 115 and ECB press conference by 145, you know, the smart way to go about it would be to use a pending order, use a buy stop, use a sell stop, not too close to price. So basically price triggers your buy stop, you know, you can take profit. Now, that will also make sense if you're using a very good lot size. The reason I'm saying that is because the reality is that most times when we trade fundamentals, we do, at the back of our mind, we forget that fundamental is very different from technical. So when we are trading fundamental, we always expect the move to go to a place where we want. No, it's not about that. A fundamental will be very swift. Okay, it can be short, it can be long. But the idea for you as a trader when trading a fundamental is to go in, take as little, as much pips as you can take with a very good lot size. So you see some people who will trade fundamental and just look out for 10 pips or look out for 7 pips or 5 pips, and they'll be making 50, 60, 70,000 naira because of the kind of lot size they have used. So if you're going to be trading this fundamental today, you need to understand that the idea is to use as much lot size as you can that is reasonable within your trading capital to capture as much pips as possible. You are not expected, I will not advise that you sleep there in the market. Of course, the fundamental can come out and continue to move in one direction for a long time. That's true. Okay, but we cannot be sure until that data comes out. And so the smartest thing to do is to use a very good lot size. And that is why yesterday during the live session, I was telling them we plan to actually have a special session where we will be trading this data live. And I was telling them that it will be better, it will be very okay because of the trades. I will be holding that session later today. I was saying that it will be very okay if you have at least 300,000 naira in your trading account, so that we'll use pending order, use at least 0.1 lot size on some of these instruments to, at least target some level of profit today. Do you understand? But understand that for the press conference, you may not be able to compare actual and forecast today. Okay, so the idea is to use pending orders around the time when the data is coming out. That will be my own advice. You understand? So I think, like I said, whatever comes out on the euro, however the euro decides to move, however the dollar decides to move today, is likely going to determine how it's going to move for the rest of this month, maybe till NFP comes out first Friday. You understand? NFP is NFP will be coming out next week Friday. So whatever data does today, whatever the market does today, is likely what the market will do between now and next week Friday. Okay, so this is a very important data. If you need to set an alarm, because as traders, I know how these things happen. You forget. Hey, I forgot to see markets move. If you need to set an alarm, please do that. Okay. So let's go into our chart, look at what we expect in the market for today, this morning, so that we can work towards making some profits. Okay, this is the dollar index. And we're talking yesterday about, during the live session class, we're talking about how the dollar index was growing in strength, how she was growing in strength. And I think around 9:35 yesterday, there was still a high impact news where Jerome Powell was speaking, and that also still gave level of strength to the dollar. You would find out that the indices, especially US 100, which I monitored, actually sold a whole lot yesterday. Yes, on so the dollar. And we actually looked out for that sell. For those of you who do not join the live session, the afternoon session, as a trader, you need as much information as possible. You understand? You need as much information as possible. So, yeah, yesterday was one of those good days. Was one of those good days because we were able to take sell during this session, and people wanted to even go into more sell. I was even of the opinion that okay, let it close below here, which it did and kept selling. But yeah, for today, we can see that it's possible that as at this morning, you would understand why there may likely be a slow start in this market because of the kind of data that will be coming out. So looking at it this morning on 1 hour, looking at the dollar index, you would notice that the dollar index is currently on a verified resistance. It's a resistance that I do not really expect price to break this morning, okay, until advanced GDP comes out. Do you understand? And the funny thing is that if advanced GDP is even going to give dollar strength, it's very possible that dollar will be weak for this morning until that data comes out. So whichever way we're looking at it, I personally will expect a fall in the dollar, a momentary weakness in the dollar until that data comes out later today. You understand? So yes, dollar is on an uptrend, and we'll likely see it. We talked about this. It's just that it's possible many of us have forgotten. About 2 months back, we talked about how as we approach the end of the year, there's likely going to be further strength in the dollar and further weakness in indices or stocks, generally. So those are information that actually make you rich, not buy stops and sell stops of 10 pips. Information like that is actually what make you rich in this market. Okay, so the dollar index is currently at the resistance, and because of the weight of the data we're expecting later today, it's very possible that it will retrace a bit from here, pending when that data comes out. Okay, so let's we were going to look at the market, look at dollar pairs and other pairs, just with considering a level of weakness in the dollar. Okay, so let's go. Begin with DE30 because we're in the European session right now. Where's that guy? Okay, let me give us DE30. Good. So here we have DE30. Let's look at it on the daily time frame. DE30 has approached a verified support. Remember, I said that yesterday there was a good fall in the index markets, considering the strength of the dollar. There was a good fall in the index market, and this is DE30 on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you will see that it has maintained that downtrend, giving us lower highs, and it has approached this particular verified support. Now, let me tell you something interesting about this. And the fact is that if you consider okay, good. If you consider the candlestick patterns on this daily time frame, okay, I just zoomed in so that we can see what I'm talking about. Around here, where it got to, there was a rejection, a kind of hammer-like candle, and a confirmation. Okay, a confirmation candle showing that this particular zone where DE30 has approached is a strong zone. It's a strong zone, and technically we should have expected price to actually push up, save for the strength of the dollar. Now, if we're considering a momentary weakness in the dollar as at this morning, then it means that it's very possible that DE30 actually gains some level of strength in the market, which it is currently doing. Which is currently doing. So I would expect this bullish move to actually continue on DE30 this morning. I expect this bullish move to continue on DE30 this morning. So considering the fact that we currently have a buy, I would advise that we look out for a buy on DE30. If you're trading DE30 right now, you want to look out for a buy on DE30. I would advise a buy on DE30. You can do instant execution buy. You can have your pending order at around here. I'm going to give us our buy stop at around 14,810. And have your buy stop at around 14,810. Take profit at around 14,838. Okay, so I can have my buy at around 14,810. Take profit at around 14,838. Okay, I expect a momentary push up on DE30 this morning. Okay, so yes, that's what I would expect. And then remember that because DE30 is on an uptrend, as I always advise, the best thing you want to do is to look out for buy position or sell positions around resistances. Okay, we've said that you can actually do an instant buy on DE30 right now, or you can go in at 14,810, take profit at around 14,838, right? Like pending order, buy stop at 14,810, take profit at 14,838, right? Now, another thing is that resistances are places you should be looking out for a sell on DE30. Okay, you should be looking out for sales on resistance. So going forward, apart from this buy stop, sell stop, whenever DE30 buys towards a resistance, that's a good place for you to look out for a sell. Okay, considering the general trend of the market. But if you look at the strong support which we have here on the daily time frame, it's possible that even if DE30 falls to this zone, if DE30 falls to this zone, let's look at that zone. If DE30 falls to the 14,680 zone, if it falls to that 14,680 zone, there's a high chance that it will continue pushing up. You understand here? So we have our sell stop at around 14,737. We have our sell stop at around 14,737. And then we have a take profit at 14,717. A lot of sevens in this. The sell stop is at 14,737. Take profit is around 14,717. Okay, so that's for DE30. Of course, remember that by 115, by 145, whatever is happening on the euro is going to have an effect on the on DE30 also. You understand? Whatever happens in the euro is going to have an effect on DE30. Okay, so you want to watch out for DE30 by 115. Okay, so this is US 100. You can see on 1 hour how much US 100 actually fell. If I add my 50-period moving average to this chart, you will see where this sell actually started from. Okay, yesterday the sell started from here. US 100 was trying to push up, give an inverted hammer, and fell all the way down. We check it out on daily time frame, you will notice that it sold, broke the support where it had been for a while. You know, that support has actually been a strong support, but it broke it yesterday, and currently it's around another support. It's around another support. Yes, if you look at it, my indicator is not saying anything about the support, but even if I mark it, I can see that the last time price was around here, especially when price was falling around here, price took a breather. You can see that there was a bit of a support. When price fell to this place, it pushed up, it came down, it pushed up again, you know. So seems like there is a kind of support around this zone where price currently is on US 100 this morning. Okay, so it's just like we say when we say that until that fundamental comes out, we may likely see a level of retracement in the market this morning. So where US 100 is now on a proven support, I would advise that we actually look out for a push up, a buy on US 100 right now. Let's look at it on a smaller time frame, see what's up there. See what candlestick. Normally people do you also prefer like a candlestick pattern, a candlestick formation to tell you, okay, it's time for price to start rising up. But if you look at it on 1 hour, you can tell that that place is a support. If you look at it on daily time frame, you can tell that that place is also a support, which we marked. You understand? So a level of push back up in the market should be expected. So if I'm going to do that, I'll just go in above this point where we had this kind of range here before price still pull down. I'm going to just go in above this point here, and my buy stop is going to be at around 14,341. My buy stop is going to be at around 14,341. My buy stop will be around 14,341, and my take profit will be around 14,394. So my buy stop will be around 14,341. My take profit will be around 14,394. Okay, so that's 14,341. Take profit at around 14,394. Now, apart from the pending order, okay, apart from the buy stop, you need to watch what candle pattern this gives. If on this place here where price is on US 100, if this candle, if we get on like a hammer around here, you know what a hammer is. This is an example of a hammer. This is an example of a hammer here where you have a longer lower stick, okay, where the lower wick is longer than the body or the upper wick of the candle. This is a hammer. So if we have something like this here, or we have a bullish engulfing, where a bullish candle comes and completely covers this bearish candle, it means that price is likely going to begin to push up from that zone. So apart from the buy stop at 14,341 and take profit at 14,394, you want to also look out for candlestick patterns around that zone. Now, in terms of a further sell, the truth is that US 100 is very much oversold. So personally, I will be very careful with any further sell. I'll be very careful, and that's why I'm only giving a buy stop around here. Now, what I can do in terms of a sell is I can look out for a sell limit. At least let price make some level of retracement. And when it makes that level of retracement, then I can consider actually, you know, continuing the sell. Okay, so if at all, the only way I'm going to advise is sell, scalping of a sell. Like I said, I'm not going to give a sell stop around here because there's a very high chance that price could trigger it and go back up. I don't consider taking sell using pending order sell stops, especially when market is oversold, or using buy stop where market is overbought. Okay, I like to either use price action or use candlestick patterns to determine. So this is the idea. If price can close, okay, consider currently is selling. Yes, if price can close, that means the body of the candle can close below 14,236, or let's even say 14,240. If the body of the candle can close, if the body of the candle can close below 14,230, 14,230, the body of my candle can close below 14,230, then I can, you know, look out for a sell. Just scalp a bit more sell, okay? But I will not advise that you stay too long in this sell. We're approaching a point where US 100 is expected to make some level of retracement before, of course, it continues heading down, because it's established already that it's on a downtrend. Okay, so my buy stop is at 14,341. Take profit at around 14,394. Okay, 14,341. Take profit at around 14,394. Let me look at US 30, and then we can go to commodities and currencies. Good. So this is US 30. You can see that about the same thing that happened with US 100 happened with US 30. Just US 100 actually fell a bit more. There was a bigger fall in the case of US 30, but US 100. But this morning or today, US 30 has actually, made quite a number of, made a couple of bearish moves in the market. And currently, you will see it also trading around this proven support zone. This place is still a support zone because, price was around here last time and it was rejected. Okay, so where US 30 is now is a zone where you want to be careful with a further sell. Okay, it's not even a zone for like a sell stop. It's a zone where you want to watch out for a further sell. Now, look at, even if I apply my RSI, which we talked about, I'm very sure that you can see that on the 1 hour, US 30 is already approaching that oversold region. You understand? It's approaching that oversold region. So I will not be surprised if we actually see a pullback from this place. Okay, we'll see a pullback from this. Now, understand that US 30, US 100 indices, they kind of established that they're on a downtrend. And so what that means is that there's a high chance that price will continue to actually fall. Okay, but your entry point is very important. That's why I'm saying that for US 30, if you're trading US 30, you want to also wait. If you're not in on this sell already, you want to take your sales around resistance zones. Okay, you want to take your sales around resistance zones. Okay, so but looking at US 30 right now, what I would advise is that we need to wait, see what candlestick pattern forms around here. Now, this particular pattern, the pattern before this current one, you see this one here, this is 15 minutes. This pattern is a shooting star, right? But the thing is that when you have something like this, when you have an inverted hammer at a resistance, if you have this kind of candle at a resistance, you expect price to actually fall down. But when you have it on a support like this, it's very possible that this kind of pattern, you might be considering price pushing back up. So you want to see how the candlestick actually plays around here. But I will not advise you to sell around here. I would rather say that you should actually look out for a buy on US 30 around here. Okay, you can do an instant buy, or if you want to do is a buy stop, you want to use a buy stop. I'm just going to be going in above this particular point here, where the market has been ranging for some time, for a couple of minutes, or this couple of hours actually, where price has been ranging around here. That is where I would go in for my buy. Okay, so I take my buy around here, and then I just take my profit around here. Now that is my buy is at 33,095. 33,095. Personally, if price gets to this point here, I actually expect it to even trade up to this particular resistance here, but for the sake of take profit, I'm just going to leave it at this point here. So that's my buy stop will be at 33,095. Take profit at 33,139. 33,095. Take profit at 33,139. So being that price is currently on a support, another thing I want to explain to us is that in terms of looking out for a further sell, okay, in terms of looking out for a further sell, I will only sell US 30 if it closes below, and this is being on the 4 hours right now. I'm going to sell the US 30 if it closes below 32,960. If it closes below, that's closes, not sell stop. The only pending order that we're looking at is 33,095. Take profit at 33,139. 33,095. Take profit at 33,139. So only if price closes below 33,960. If price closes below 33,960, that's the only time that I will now consider, couple of sell in the market. You understand? That's the only time I will consider a couple of sell in the market. Okay, so that's at 33,960. If it closes below 36,960, then I can begin to scalp for that sell, or I can sell to around 32. Oh, if it closes below, what did I say? It closes below 32,960. 32,960, then that's where I will consider a further sell to around 32,920. That's where I will consider a further sell to around 32,920. Okay, that's what I would advise for US 30. But once again, I have said that, remember that as it stands, price is on a downtrend. So anything that makes price retrace a bit more towards these zones, you know that you're going to be expecting a further fall in the market. So between now and when advanced GDP comes out, these instruments might likely, do a level of retracement. Okay, and then if advanced GDP is still good for the dollar, then we'll see them continue falling from that point. We'll see them continue falling from that point. So those are things to consider trading indices today. Let's go to commodities and let's check out gold. So yesterday we actually talked about this, how that gold settled around this place, and so we expect it to continue pushing up. Now, the thing is that the dollar was strong. The dollar was strong and gold was also strong. We understand that generally there's usually an inverse relationship between them. You understand? There's usually an inverse relationship whereby if gold is strong, if dollar is strong, gold is weak. Okay. But this is one of those rare scenarios where because of global uncertainty, most times like that, when there is high inflation, when there is uncertainty in the market and all that, people choose to invest in gold. You understand? Where you have high uncertainty, where you have market uncertainty, you have global I heard that recently even China has been moving some of its warships towards the Middle East and all that. So when you have uncertainties like this, there's usually a strength in gold, and that is why it's very possible that gold tests the 2000 zone. It's very possible that gold tests the 2000 zone once again. Okay, so if you're looking at trading gold today, this particular bullish move might likely continue. Okay, the only thing that may weaken the bullish strength of gold is maybe when the high impact data comes out. Okay, but for gold, as you're looking at it, I will actually have my buy stop at 1990. I'll have my buy stop at around 1990. I have my buy stop at around 1990, and I'll take profit at around 1993. So I have my buy stop at around 1990. I take profit at around 1993. Then, if I'm looking out for a sell on gold, you will notice that gold has formed like a support here, which is pushing up from. It's formed like a support around here. So my sell on gold will be below that zone. I can take my sell stop at around 1982. And take my sell stop at around 1982, and then my profit at 1978. 1982 for my sell stop, take profit at around 1978. Okay, so but generally, it's a common consensus that gold will be approaching the 2000 zone. Gold will likely be approaching the 2000 zone this week or next week. Okay, so for gold, it's on an uptrend. It's an established uptrend, so you want to look out for that. Okay, then for oil, which we also fondly refer to as black gold, we refer to oil as black gold. Oil actually had a major a major fall, but yesterday something happened. Now I'm going to just draw a small trend line just to show us what was this? Just to show us what I expect is actually happening in the gold market right now, and why I feel like technically gold is likely going to continue pushing up. Now, gold has been making recent higher lows recently. On this is daily time frame. It's been making higher lows. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now around that time, at the end of the low, it gives a candlestick pattern, like it gave a dragonfly doji here, you know. It gave another like a shooting star here, not perfect, you know. And then here it gave this bullish candle that did not engulf the bearish candle completely, but zoom in and you see, you agree with me that this engulfed more than 50% of the candle. And there's also a name for this pattern. The normal pattern where the bullish candle completely covers the bearish candle is a bullish engulfing, but the candle that does not completely cover but covers more than 50% of it is still a bullish reversal pattern that we call a bull engulfing candle. I know the name is funny. I didn't make it up, so I don't know. I don't know these people that designed the names. A bull engulfing. But what I'm just trying to say is that it's a bullish notification. Like it gives a bullish notification. So I would expect that oil is going to continue pushing up. If you're trading oil right now, I advise that you go in for a buy on oil. Okay, you go in on a buy on oil. If you're buying oil, look out for a buy on oil right now. Take profit at around 89.91. You're buying oil right now, you're taking profit at around 89.91. That's my advice for trading oil. Buying oil right now, take profit at 89.91. Okay, that's for oil. Then if we're talking about itself, because the truth is, because oil is now on a push up, you know, it's likely it could break this verified resistance and all that. But you know, your best bet is to take sell around support, right? Good. So for oil, I'm looking at an instant buy right now. Take profit at 89.90, 89.91, around that zone. Then for a sell, my sell is going to be below this weak support here. My sell is going to be below that weak support at 86.43. I enter my sell at 86.43, take profit at 85.60. 86.43, take profit at 85.60. That's my advice for oil. But oil has given a bullish pattern, which would expect that it will today is going to end bullish on oil. Okay, so a buy is what I will advise on oil today. Now let's go to currencies. And because of the fact that we are having high impact data on euro, we may likely stay out. I want to stay out of euro pairs this morning, because it's very possible that they will just be ranging and they will not have so much volatility. So I'm going to look at JPY pairs, also look at some dollar pairs, CHF pairs, like that. Okay, so let's start with GBP JPY. Look at GBP JPY, and let's get a better chart. Good. So just like Euro JPY, which we studied, when did we talk about Euro JPY? We said we expected a fall on Euro JPY because of this candlestick pattern. You will see that on the daily time frame here, GBP JPY has given us a bearish engulfing. This is very good. Now, this is an example of a bearish engulfing where the bearish candle completely covered the bullish candle. So it's a bearish engulfing, and then there's been a confirmation also. So what that means is that technically GBP JPY, we should be looking out for sales on GBP JPY. Okay, so it's a good thing that GBP JPY right now is buying towards a resistance. Okay, it's a good thing that GBP JPY is buying towards a resistance, because we are actually looking out for a sell, and so that resistance would be a good place to actually look out for a sell on GBP JPY. So if you're trading GBP JPY today, you want to look out for a sell. You can have a sell limit at around 182.420. You can have a sell limit, okay, not a sell stop. You can have a sell limit at around 182.420. You can have a sell limit at around 182.420. That's a sell limit, you know. Take profits, do 20, 30 pips. But if I'm taking a seller from around this place, really, if I'm taking a seller from around this place, my take profit will be around this particular proven support here. So this will be like a very good trade, a long-term trade, like considering up to 100 pips of trade. So if I take a sell for GBP JPY, I should be looking out for, at least 70 to 100 pips take profit on it. So 182.420, where my sell stop is, my sell limit, sorry. That's where my sell limit is, and my take profit can be around, around 181.220. Around 181.220. So for GBP I will be looking out for a sell once it hits this resistance here. Okay. Let's move on from there. Let's check out let's also look at dollar pairs. I expect some dollar pairs to still be active this morning, but we can check GBP card too. Yeah, we can check GBP card. GBP card. Good. So GBP card, support and resistance, daily time frame. Let's check it out. You will notice on the daily time frame for GBP card, we've had this push up, a lower, a higher low, okay, a bit of a higher high, against card, GBP seems to be doing seems to be recovering fine after the fall that it has made. GBP has actually made level of push up, but made a couple of fall yesterday, and a push up here. So yes, there is now looking at it on the daily time frame and looking at the way the candle pattern, how the candle pattern worked, or how the candle closed yesterday. There's still a level of indecision in the market. Okay, there's still a level of indecision in the market, but it seems like the market actually hit a strong support on the daily time, on a smaller time frame yesterday or today. Oh no, yesterday. So we'll just mark that zone. We'll check it out on 1 hour and see. Okay, so we have a verified support on GBP card. We have a verified support on GBP card here. Okay, so except if price closes below here, I actually would advise a buy on GBP card. For trading GBP card right now, I advise you to look out for a buy on GBP card. Okay, look out for a buy on GBP card. If I'm selling GBP card, it's going to be except if it closes below 1.66576. Except if it closes below 1.66576. Apart from that, I should be looking out for a buy on GBP card. Okay, a buy on GBP card. Okay. Let's look at let's look at AUD USD. I think when we look at AUD USD, we can actually, so just like we said that the dollar would be looking at some level of retracement this morning, AUD USD is also trading bullish. It's trading bullish right now. I will still advise a buy on AUD USD right now. I advise an instant buy on AUD USD. If you're trading AUD USD right now, you want to look out for a buy on it. Take profit at around, how many pips do we have here? Good. So let's take profit at around current buying right now. You're taking profit at around 0.63156. Taking profit at around 0.63156, But for AUD USD, considering the current weakness, just momentary weakness in the dollar, I advise a buy on AUD USD. Okay, so the dollar, like we explained, we started with the dollar will likely still fall from this verified resistance pending when that data comes out. And you see how US 100 is already trading, looking like a hammer around there. Anybody who took an instant buy around this place should be in very good profit already. Okay, but for those who are still waiting for pending order, we have it at 14,340. Now, if this candle closes at a hammer, that's already your confirmation to actually go in and look out for a buy, right? So that's then I think we also talked about gold at 1990, right? 1990, take profit at 1993. GBP JPY, we said to look out for a sell limit at around 182 point, I think 400 or 420 or thereabout. For oil, we said to look out for a buy on oil, take profit at around 89.90. For US 30, we gave US 30 at around 33,095. Take profit at 33,139 for the buy stop. And then we say for the sell stop, let it close below 32,960. But you know, if I were you, I would enter an instant buy on US30 right now. I'll do an instant buy on US30 if I were you. Okay, then D30, I think we said to do an instant buy. Okay, D30, for those people who took instant buy, you're in profit already. And then for those people who took our buy stop, you're in profit already. So congratulations. So I think that's the much that we will be taking on the money market review today. Do not forget that we already looked at, like I advised, for the live session today, which will start by 1 o'clock. Do not miss it. With this same link, will start by 1 o'clock, the live session. Please do not miss it. Make sure you're there. And as much as possible, as much as you can, make sure you have, you know, you're trading with at least 300,000 naira, because we'll be taking pending orders and it will be just short pips. So you will not attend the class and end the class with 1.5, and you know, at the end of the day you find out that you'll be disappointed because you didn't make anything. You understand? So so that's the idea. Mr. Samuel, what is your take on stop loss? Stop loss is good, but I also feel that stop loss is personal. Stop loss is a matter of, is a function of your trading capital. Stop loss is a function of your risk level. You understand? But the problem with stop loss is not the final answer. Most times the issue is that your entry point is the problem. You know, if you have a good entry point in the market, someone was asking of gold at 1990, take profit at 1993. So if you have a good entry, if you enter the market in a good point, you know, you may likely, as long as you're there to monitor it, you know, you'll be fine. But if you enter the market at the problem most times is we always enter the market in between, when market is buying, just go and buy. Now you don't know where to set your sell stop, so your stop loss. So I always advise that, you know, you want to put more emphasis or more focus on your entry point, even more than what you put on your stop loss. But you know, your stop loss is fine. So for instance, if I'm entering a buy at a support, if I'm entering a buy from a support, then it's fine for me to put my stop loss, you know, below that support. It's fine to put my stop loss below that support. If I enter a sell at a resistance, it's fine for me to put my stop loss above the resistance. You understand? So yes, that's my own take on stop loss. I feel it's personal. I feel it also depends on your risk level. It's not just about 10 pips below the support or 10 pips above is, you know, that's why most times people who really dwell a lot on stop loss, most times price just hits stop loss and continues in the direction it's intended. You understand? So it's about the trend. You know, you want to know what the trend is, you want to know what the fundamentals are, you want to enter at a good point. If you enter at a good point, then you will, in fact, if you're using a stop loss at a good point, you will not be too pressured. You understand? Entry is the issue. Your entry point is the issue. Okay. So as I was saying, 1:15 or 1 o'clock today, join with the same link. We'll be taking pending orders. You want to have good funds. I advise you have at least 300,000 in your account to trade today. Okay, to trade today. Days like this are actually rare when it comes to fundamentals. So there will be a lot of volatility in the market today, and all that is even before the US session. You understand? So US session will still trade. So we'll be looking at about 4 trading times: 1:15, 1:30, 1:45, and then 2:30 again. Okay, so please don't miss it. At least 300,000 in your trading account, and then let us trade currencies. And funny enough, today we're going to be having the indices market session, but we'll not be talking about indices today because of the fundamentals. You understand? So because of the fundamentals, we'll be talking about those currencies and what it will do. Also we'll be able to trade Z30 in that afternoon, which is something we rarely do in the afternoon. Okay, so once again, 1 o'clock, don't forget. Okay, no, it's not 150 plus bonus. When I trade, I don't really concern myself with the bonus. Of course, if you do 150, maybe you get 100% bonus. You know, if you're that kind of risky trader, you can actually take advantage of it, because you can use a lot size that 300,000 can use, you understand? So that will actually work, you know, but I don't really involve what I cannot withdraw when I'm trading, you understand? So yeah, you can do 150. I don't know if we currently have 100% bonus on. I don't think we have that. We're done with that promo now. So but I'm talking about a balance of at least 300,000, so that we can do at least 0.3, 0.2 lot size when we're giving pending orders. Okay, so please do not miss out on that by 1 o'clock later today. So I'm going to see you guys later. I'm going to catch you guys later. We have our take profit for D30 at around 14,838. For the person who's asking for take profit, at around 14,838. Okay. Yes, so I think that's the much will be. I think GBP card also, we gave GBP card for a buy, right? We gave GBP card for a buy. The reason why we did not take euro pairs, or we did not take a lot of dollar pairs, was because of the fact that we expect that there may likely be a kind of range in the market until 1 o'clock when that data comes out. Okay. So thank you. So at least happy life. Your name is working for you. I think I should change my name from Samuel to Happy Samuel or something. Anytime we have meeting, he's always making money. Actually, I noticed even afternoon sessions. So everybody put happy life in front of your name. So yeah, I will meet with you guys in the afternoon by 1 o'clock. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for your time. And please, apart from the entries, don't forget the things I've said about entering. Apart from the buy, stop, and the sell, so don't forget the things I've said about the trend. How we have said that US 100 is on a downtrend. These are the things that will make you money. To know where to take a sell from resistance point. How I've said it's better to take sell from resistance, it's better to take buy from support. When you take sell from resistance, you take buy from support, that's where you should even use good lot size. You understand? So those are the things that actually make you money beyond the buy, stop, and the take profit and all that. Okay, very good. If US 100 is showing like hammer, it means it's ready to push up. So that's very good. Okay. Once again, I would say this is the end for today. I've said it like 4 times. I don't like leaving you people. I just want to stay with you people. I just my number. Just my number is not hard to get. Just reach out to your account officer. Tell them you want to speak with Samuel, and they would likely give me your number for me to reach out to you. The truth is that if I give you my number, I may disappoint you because I may not respond as soon as possible. So it's better. She doesn't give. Who is she? Tell me. Who is the she that doesn't give my number? What's that one? Somebody want to bless me. They don't want to give. What's that one? Okay. So thank you all. Okay, no problem. Well noted. Well noted, Mr. Oyeshino. Well noted. I will work on it. As well. Thank you all for your time. God bless you. Bye for now.